Hi, do you have an older or classic car like I do? Then you've undoubtedly encountered this problem. Over time, your headlights, they just fog up for no apparent reason. Well, plastic degrades. And anyway, you might think, what is the best way to fix this problem? And you can go out and buy replacement lenses, and they're pretty expensive replacement parts. But you may have just wondered, what about all these headlight polishing kits that you see online? Do any of them actually work? Well, in today's video, we're gonna test one out and find out. This is the kit I chose. It's from 3M. I just randomly picked it up off of Amazon. I chose 3M because, well, they're a pretty well-known brand, so I figured if anything is going to work out there, it would be something from them. Foggy headlights aren't just an issue as far as cosmetically. They can also be an issue with safety because your headlight beams will actually get dimmer as they get cloudier and cloudier. But beyond that, it can also cause your car to fail its safety inspection. So this is something that you really should do, and if it works, will be fantastic because we won't have to worry about the safety issue or getting the car inspected. So I'm going to go step by step through these instructions, and we're going to see if this actually works on my headlights. This kit comes with almost everything you need, and that includes all the sanding discs that are pretty clearly marked, an attachment for your drill, which we'll get to in a second, and some polishing compound. But there are a couple of things it doesn't come with. The first thing they mention is automotive masking tape. Now, I don't have automotive masking tape, but I have regular painter's masking tape. Now, you might ask what the difference is, and from what I've read online, there isn't much difference between the two, except for the fact that automotive masking tape is designed for the high temperatures when you're painting a car. Since we're not painting the car, I'm not really worried about the high temperatures and the glue coming off. I just want to protect my paint from the compound so I don't accidentally sand off the paint where I just want to sand off that cloudy, foggy film. The second thing you're going to need is a drill. Now, all you need is a drill that can rotate between 12 and 1600 RPMs, and this one does it. If you're not sure about your drill, you can just go check its specs online and find out if it's that speed. Some drills like this one have variable speeds, so you have to choose the correct mode to make sure that you're obtaining the speed needed for the polishing discs. And the final thing you're going to need is just a microfiber polishing cloth. So once you got all these things assembled, you're ready to go out and start cleaning up those headlights. Step 1. The first thing we need to do is wash down the lights and get any grime and gunk off of them, because as we do the sanding, we don't want any kind of abrasive material getting between the sanding pad and the light, causing more scratches than are already there. Step 2. We're going to go ahead and we're going to mask off the lights with tape, and this is to protect the paint from the sanding pads. Now, be pretty aggressive with the tape and double up if you have to, because as I learned when I was doing this process, if you accidentally hit the tape with the sanding pads, especially the larger grit sanding pads, it will take a chunk out of the tape and it could take a chunk out of your paint. Step 3. We're going to start out by attaching the 500 grit sanding disc to the drill. There is a little adapter that plugs into the drill, and it's got a little hook and loop that basically just attaches the sandpaper to the disc. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to sand down these lights. And there are 6 of these 500 grit sanding pads, and I use every single one of them because, as the instructions said, the more sanding you do here, the better the clarity will be later. So I basically sanded away until I stopped seeing plastic fly off the headlight, and then I changed it. So I used 3 sanding discs on each light, and when it was done, I kind of got a little nervous. It looked pretty cloudy. In step 4, all we're really doing is wiping these lights down, making sure that they're cloudy, because we want them cloudy apparently at this point, and we're going to step up to the next grade of sandpaper, and that is P800 sandpaper. And all we're going to do is we're going to use this 800 to buff out the thicker scratches from the 500, and then when it's done, we'll wipe it down again and see what it looks like. This brings us to step 5. Now, the headlights look really cloudy right now, but there aren't as many deep scratches as there were from the 500 grit sandpaper. Now we're going to move up to a 3000 grit sanding pad. And with this, you need to be a little bit more careful because there's only one. So if you break this or catch it on something, you're kind of, well, out of luck. To do this is going to be wet sanding. So you need a mister bottle and you need to mist the end of the pad as well as the light, and then you just go at it. And you'll know that this is working because it's going to start to form kind of this white, slushy, gray, murky mix, which means it's basically knocking the scratches off the headlight and it's becoming mixed with the water and it's making this slurry. Once this step was done, the headlights did start to look a little bit clearer. So my anxiety is starting to go down. Step 6 is the final step in this process. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take this orange pad and we're going to put about a dime-sized goop glob of polishing compound on it. And then we're going to rub it across the light. And then we're going to go at it with the drill again and again and again and again, polishing this headlight to hopefully perfection. Now that all the main steps are complete, the only thing we need left to do on this headlight restoration is to clean up the headlights and see what they look like. So first we're going to wash them down, get all that compound off them. Once the headlights are rinsed off and dried up, I'm going to take that microfiber cloth and I'm going to go buff out those lights and get any residual compound from the polishing process off of them. So how did it work? Well, here's the before and after, and I will let you judge for yourselves. My personal opinion is the 3M kit did a really decent job cleaning up these headlights. It is not 100% perfect. I wouldn't say these headlights are in showroom condition, but they are really clean and it definitely got all that oxidation and all that yellowing off of them. So I have no problem believing that this will have no issue passing inspection for safety. And I also think once I get these out on the road at night, I'll be able to see a lot better than I could yesterday. I hope you found the information in this video useful, and if you were considering using one of these products to clean up your headlights and get all that gunk off and hopefully they perform better, maybe this 3M option is the one for you as it was for me. If you like content like this and want to see more, please like our video down below and subscribe to the channel so you're notified every time we come out with new content. And don't forget, if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as fast as possible, usually within 24 hours. So until next time, good luck with your headlight polishing and I hope you have results that were as good as the ones that I had.